On this video, let's compare Donald Trump, the United States president, to Ramaphosa, who is the South African president. Let's get to it. Sit back and relax. Donald Trump and Cyril Ramaphosa are two very different political leaders whose backgrounds, ideologies, and leadership styles reflect contrasting approaches to governance. These differences have contributed to political tension, especially during Trump's presidency, when he openly criticized South Africa in the African National Congress, ANC. One of the most controversial aspects of this tension was Trump's promotion of the false claim that a white genocide is taking place in South Africa.
These are burial sites right here. Burial sites. Over 1,000 of white farmers, and those cars are lined up to pay love on a Sunday morning. Each one of those white things you see is a cross, and there's approximately 1,000 of them. They're all white farmers, the family of white farmers. And those cars aren't driving, just stopped there to pay respects to their family member who was killed.
Donald Trump, the former president of the United States from 2017 to 2021, came into politics from a background in business and media. His leadership style is confrontational and populist, often using strong language and public statements to pressure opponents and allies alike. Trump promotes a conservative, nationalist ideology focused on capitalism, private property, and opposition to socialism. His America First approach emphasizes protecting national interests, even if it creates conflict with other countries. Cyril Ramaphosa, on the other hand, is the president of South Africa and a senior leader of the ANC. He has a background as a lawyer, trade union leader, and businessman. Ramaphosa's leadership style is more diplomatic and consensus-based. The ANC is a center-left political party with roots in the anti-apartheid liberation struggle. Its policies focus on social justice, reducing inequality, and correcting the economic imbalances created by apartheid, including through land reform.
94. We are still reconciling today, even in 2025. We shall continue to reconcile our differences because we are one nation. We are all South African citizens. Together, we have overcome great challenges, but still a lot remains to be done. We must tackle stubbornly high youth unemployment in a different way.
One major source of tension between Trump and South Africa was the ANC's discussion of land expropriation without compensation. The policy is intended to address historical land dispossession of Black South Africans. Trump strongly opposed this idea, viewing it as an attack on private property and a sign of socialism. He publicly criticized South Africa, accusing the government of taking land from white farmers, which increased diplomatic strain between the two countries. Trump also promoted the claim that a white genocide is occurring in South Africa, suggesting that white farmers are being deliberately targeted and killed because of their race. This claim is widely regarded as false and has been debunked by researchers, courts, and international organizations. While South Africa does experience high levels of violent crime, the majority of victims are Black South Africans, and there is no evidence of a racially organized campaign against white people. Farm attacks exist, but they are linked to broader crime problems rather than genocide. The spread of the white genocide narrative worsened relations because it misrepresented South Africa's reality and portrayed the ANC as encouraging racial violence, which is not supported by facts. This narrative also aligned with Trump's ideological opposition to left-leaning governments and appealed to certain political groups internationally. In addition to these issues, South Africa's participation in BRICS and its relationships with countries such as China and Russia conflicted with Trump's foreign policy preferences, which favored close alignment with the United States. These ideological and strategic differences further contributed to tension. In conclusion, Donald Trump and Cyril Ramaphosa differ greatly in leadership style, ideology, and policy priorities.
The leadership is doing some terrible things, horrible things. So that's under investigation right now. We'll make a determination. And until such time as we find out what South Africa is doing, they're taking away land, they're confiscating land, and actually they're doing things that are perhaps far worse than that.
Trump's confrontational approach, opposition to land reform, and promotion of false claims such as white genocide created political tension with South Africa and the ANC. Ramaphosa, by contrast, leads a government focused on constitutional reform, reconciliation, and addressing historical inequality. The conflict between them was not a real fight, but rather an ideological and political disagreement shaped by misinformation and differing worldviews. This is Africa for You. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share.